Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new video. I actually wanted to do the recording already a few times, but we suddenly started pumping with the price and something else came in between and I was myself in the trade, so I was a little bit busy, but now then here is the recording for today. Just before New York opens, so probably if you see this video, New York have already opened. We are only quickly going to look at Bitcoin, not at the S&P or the dollar index. We did that yesterday already in a long video. If you want to see that, I will make sure it pops up at the end of this video, then you can check it out. So today we are only going over a few time frames, and have to say for today I am bullish. It's a little bit stupid to say that now after we got the pump, but before we got the pump, it is what else I mean with the recording, I was already bullish, and I'm going to show you exactly where I am looking at. So BTC USD pair on the 4 hour on our new chart that we're going to use for Binance, and that is that we have a small golden pocket measured from the bottom that we put in yesterday. That is somewhere at 16,300 to 16,350. The one that I like more, what I'm more interested in about, this is also the box that we have drew here yesterday, is the one from this high. Then you have in this box a golden pocket, but also the point of control, that's the red line, and we have a daily level here, as you can see. Also put it in there today. So that is actually a very nice place to build up a short if that happens. Then of course we also need to see our confirmations. That also kind of still is in line with this being maybe a bit of a ascending triangle, something like this approximately. And the bottom we first had them here yesterday like this, but actually maybe we need just to draw it a little bit to the downside. If you take the 4 hour, let's do something like this. Then you don't have a touch point here, which is okay of course, but then you still have your touch points here, and then of course also the apex is then a little bit later than we anticipated. Yesterday we said Wednesday or Thursday, of course can happen, but now actually it's probably then next week. If we say yes we are in this pattern, then it will be was it Monday or Sunday-ish, probably for the apex, depending a little bit on how you draw the upper line and the bottom line. Other than that, let's say we are going higher to so above the 16,500 until the 16,700, then I am looking at 17,100 to 17,200. We also have the value area high there, and a probable swing fill pattern when we go higher and then go lower, close underneath, then we have a nice swing fill pattern. So that's also a very nice area here to build up a short if you are still bearish. If that doesn't happen, then of course we still have this one, the 17,600, but that level now is a little bit less interesting. A few days ago this was where the value area high was. That is now not the case anymore. With that being said, I also right here want to change the value node to today and watch the value area low. You will see that it will change to the bottom, and there you go. So you have to be really on this like a fat kid on a cupcake, is to make sure that you kind of constantly extend it, and also make sure that you know where you place your start, because there is more trading days, more data, more candles, and therefore the value area high, point of control, and value area low can switch. Now in this case the point of control stayed the same, value area high stayed the same, but the point of control, the value area low at the bottom came a little bit lower. So that is important now to notice, and now we're trading above, so that is actually very, very nice. Who knows, maybe we go back just a little bit now with New York open. I actually hope so, so that we can go higher. We also have a 80% setup, meaning that if we are opening the day outside of the value area of the previous day, there's an 80% chance that you will retrace the complete move from the day before, and it looks like that now we are doing that. If I'm not mistaken, the target is somewhere 16,300 ish. Something I want to show you here on the 1 minute chart is the trade I was just in. This starting to pump up after we breached here the VWAP. I was actually looking at it, but then I was busy with the video, so I didn't enter along, unfortunately, but then we pumped up quite a lot. There was actually a very nice move. I wanted to scalp this to the downside. We got our retrace, then we went back up again, and I was looking at this with the fib, and I said, well, then we had our golden pocket or 78.6 as a retrace, then going lower. I entered just underneath the golden pocket, and we were a little bit lower, and then suddenly we went higher. Had my stop loss here, so I got stopped out in a very slight loss. I will probably not short again today, because now the the momentum is just so bullish. Where I'm talking about, and that is right away actually the main takeaway from this video, is that if we're looking at the indicators, let me make market Cipher be a little bit bigger, then we're seeing here a very nice rollover here on the 4 hourly. If I look at the 1 hour, this one is actually a very much of a beauty. Look at the momentum waves, bullish divergences here. And money flow, it looks like it wants to come up, view up higher, RSI higher. So actually on the 1 hour, this looks very nice for a play to the upside, and we are looks like we're not done yet. On the 6 hour, this is, you could say, officially a bullish divergence. I mean, this low was just slightly lower than the previous one. And then here the momentum wave makes a higher low. So yes, it is a bullish divergence. Let's see how much power it has. Money flow is still thick in red, but it looks like it wants to come up. So I do think that maybe today and tomorrow we do have some more steam to the upside. And of course you now know kind of what the targets are that I'm looking at for a maybe end of the move up. So there will be then 16,500 to all the way here to the top 17,000 and a bit. If I also zoom down on the lower time frames, 30 minutes actually looks nice. Look at this momentum wave right here, just making higher lows. Money flow curving very nicely up, so that is actually textbook to see. Also RSI is higher, VWAP higher. Right now I would not jump into a long, wait for this to retrace, maybe to the VWAP. That would actually be a very nice level to do so, and then get into a long if you still want to long this market. And if you say, you know what, this is a bear market on the macro, I'm only shorting, then just wait for higher before you're shorting. Also here the 15 minute, this is very much overbought, so just let it ride. But also here on the macro, it looks actually nice. The momentum waves coming up a little bit, money flow coming back into the green. So I think it still has some lags to run. Talking about getting into a long position, then you could do something like this, where you say, you know what, I am placing a fib retracement. You could do it from here. This actually would be very nice. If we now come back to the VWAP, it's also the golden pocket and then higher. There will be a retrace of approximately 1.5% to then continue to move to the upside to fill that 80% setup, or that those bigger resistance levels like we just mentioned. So that actually would be very nice. Let me quickly zoom out one more time on the 6 hour. Let's say we are nuking down south, then of course first thing you're looking at here is this bottom. I also actually I need to take this SFP out because we took it yesterday, so then the new wick that we made yesterday is then the swing filled pattern to take. So what you then could do is something like this again, and then again going higher, just like you can do that from the upside, where I also have drawn in those swing filled patterns. And yes, you could also have the swing filled patterns from these kinds of candles, but this is just such a significant high measured from this entire range right here. So that is kind of where I'm looking at right now. So just be very careful. Don't forget the macro is still, we are in a bear market, but so from time to time, a few trading days, then you just have a bit of a relief rally just like we had right here, and then you can actually make very nice trades. I mean, this candle, this 6 hour candle was almost 6%. Let me quickly look on a daily. You know what, no, let's do a 4 hour. This may be a little bit better visible. From this bottom to, let's say, this top was more than 8%, so that was actually very nicely tradable. So there is still money to be made in these kinds of markets. Alright guys, that will be it for now. If you like the content, again, do me a favor, like, subscribe, click on the bell, click on all so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment, share the video with your friends who think that's useful. And then also, of course, don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Those links are also in the description. And see you guys very soon again in the next one. Bye bye.